Hi, this is BB. And again, with my Facebook page, my business, I've made a lot of like these what I feel are empowering quotes for women and men. Doesn't matter. But every time I go on Facebook, it's like I feel like I see at the bottom of the screen that it's now being refreshed. You're now back online. So I guess I wasn't online prior to actually going on the app. It's happened in the browser as well. It's like they have the ability to take it off. They have the ability to just take it off. I guess where it's not being shown if I'm not like physically on it. This is what I'm thinking. I like to empower people around me. See, I believe the way how things are going in the world, there's lots of people out there that has things to offer this world. And lots of those people are young children who will become the leaders of tomorrow. They will become the leaders of tomorrow. And that includes your children as well. And I believe that the lawlessness in the world now that's happening, that's circulating, kids need to be taught differently. They need structure. They need a sense of fair play. That is really, really important. Justice. But they must be open, have an open mind, and a measure of empathy to go with it. Because what I believe, empathy, or to sympathize with a situation or a group of people or an individual, is key to all of this. Is to allow that empathy to be there, ever present, that awareness, that empathy should be there. But at the same time, there should be where there's a sternness. There's also a sternness. And this is not that difficult. This process is not that difficult to grasp. Kids will grasp it like that. They grasp it like that because they understand. There's a lot of evil in the world. Even they can see it. And some of them are already budding activists trying to curb what they see because they're young and they're still connected to the cosmos in ways that we can never imagine at this age, that we've forgotten a long time ago. But they have a clearer picture, a wider awareness of how this all works. And they're trying in their own way, their own small way, to give what they can before the world contaminates them. Now, the world is not supposed to contaminate. The world is supposed to elevate. Because we build the elevation to elevate ourselves. The world right now is the sum product, the total of what we have become. Where's the world? What's bad in the world? When you think of the world, you think of the globe, right? You think of the globe? That's the world. What is bad about the globe? You, me and you. All the bullshit. All the crap. All the terrible things that we can do to each other. because we don't have that sense of empathy or fair play. And there are kids out there who get this, but they may not be able to express themselves the way they should. And I am now learning how to express myself. But getting back to my original point, I believe that kids, especially young women, because I see the empathy in women mostly. It's like I've seen a pattern here with what's happening. It's mostly women that are being attacked, because women have this sense of fair play. And I don't know what it is, what these people are trying to do, if they're trying to corrupt or what. Now, if you got people who are deliberately trying to corrupt society like this, not waiting for us to do it, automatically on our own, little bit at a time, upturn everything a little bit at a time, they're going out to deliberately corrupt, cause confusion, and corrupt. Like, stuff happens to cause confusion, corrupt. I don't know. Because there's a reason why. If you look inside yourself, for anybody who watched this video, look inside yourself and tell yourself, what do you see? Do you see the empathy? Do you see that you see life a little differently from the people around you? You see what is possible. You see the good in the world. You see the kindness. You see the joy. You see the happiness. You see a better tomorrow. You can see it because you want it. You want it. It's not a myth. We're here. It's corrupted. We had to make a few choices to get here. It didn't automatically happen. We caused it. Better choices will give a better tomorrow. And getting back to my point, I feel like I'm trying to uplift. I'm trying to get people to think. How do you get changes? How do you instill changes in someone? You get them to do what? You get them to think. You think and you get them to think. Because when they start thinking, you pique that interest. They start letting the scenario of what they just read unravel in their mind. It starts to take shape. It starts to take them in a different direction. They start to see the possibilities, the hope. They start to see what is possible. They'll look at it and they see the corruption, but then they also see something a little differently. They can look past what is into what could be. They can look past it. And that's what I would love to share with people, is to get them to think. Get them to think. Not just follow everything I say at face value. What the hell do I know? They have to think. But if you can put a few keywords to give them something to think about, to expound on it in their minds, and use their mind for something except looking at these idiot boxes, like I do. I look at my phone all the time. It'll be different. But then I realized that the phone is a way to get a message out there too. To get people to think. It's important that people think for themselves. Like they have the thought process where they read something and they start to expound on it in their own heads. They start to see, well, what does this mean to me? What does it mean to me? How do I relate to this? Have I ever experienced this? What is it? How do I figure this out? What does this mean? And they will find and see there's a whole, it's everything almost. There's a compartment. There's a compartment. And once you expound that thought and you find a truth Whether it's funny, whether it's something that enlightens, it's something that increases your awareness, your intelligence, or rearranges your ignorance, it doesn't matter. It's going to stay there. It's going to stay there. And then you add another one and then another one until your head is part of who you are. And your values are there. And they get to a point where they know who they are. And they have values. And they've got morals. And they've got integrity. And they know how things work. And all they do at that point, which is the brain, will now automatically do what they've taught it to do, to expound. Does this seem right? Does this seem good? Does this seem true? Does this seem like it's going to work? Is it going to benefit myself, my family, the world at large? Then we'll use it. If this doesn't seem like it's too good, like it's something off with it, well, how can we make it better? Is it going to be beneficial to make it better? Is it worth putting the time and energy into it? This is how it works. But I just want to get back to my point. Is like they're keeping this Facebook page hidden, and I know it's just one damn Facebook page, but they've caused this because they're the ones who are doing this to me. Now I don't know if this is what they want and why did they choose me to make a fool of myself, but that's okay because the world surprises people. Just when you think that you're creating a joke, the joke turns around to be on you. And yes, they're hacking. They can put it under a sort of hidden. They can hide it away that people can't see it. Well, I'm talking. I'm saying all these things. No one is getting to see them. No one is actually taking me seriously or like my words matter. And that's fine. She could be doing this for herself, her boyfriend, whatever. It doesn't really matter. Yes, it's a bummer. But I am not going to let it break me right now. It's not going to break me. Then she's going to say, I'm already broken. That's fine. Then she's going to say, I'm already broken. Well, who broke me? If she's in her heightened intelligence can say that I'm broken, well, is that what she was looking for? To break somebody else. To break someone else. See, that's my point. She wants to be instilling in the leaders of tomorrow. This woman here. If you don't teach your kids, show them a different way how to think. I know they say you tell them what, you don't tell them, well, no, that's the right way I got it. You don't tell them what to think, you just show them how to. These people are going to program their minds. And these people are not good. These people think that the world literally is for their entertainment. No, it's not. Because if you have to bully, if you have to hack, if you have to literally fuck with people, stalk them, track them, and treat them like animals, you are doing something wrong. There's no ifs, buts, maybes, whys, and wherefores here. It's wrong. It's the wrong thing. So I guess my Facebook page is kept hidden because I might contaminate kids, or I might contaminate people, or I might contaminate women or men. It doesn't matter. My twisted way of thinking, getting people to actually think for themselves. To think in a way where not just 2 sentences on the page, but look at the whole page. See the bigger picture. Once you see that bigger picture, your awareness has been touched. It will never go back to the way it was a second ago. Can never go back. Because you brought something else into it. But if you're going to bring things into awareness, teach them what to bring into their awareness. Teach them what. Teach them how, but teach them what as well. As they say, if you don't act on your dreams, or you don't program your life, life will program you. And there's influences now that are trying to program. That has to stop. We're not the contaminators, they are. But they want us to feel that way. Well, we're not important, we're not this, we're not that. Okay. I may not be important, but I know how to think in a sense that it causes me to think of right and wrong. A sense of fairness, a sense of fair play, a sense of justice. I mean, it may not always be beneficial to me because I could get hurt, but at least it works. And it's a good way of thinking. Because then you can end up like them, and I don't want that. Because just how this side of the street has a snowball effect, their side of the street has one too. They allow the contamination of whatever this contamination is to get in, and they rolled with it. Because I guess it was profitable. It was fun. And whatever else, they want to, whatever category in their minds it comes under. I don't know. Whatever they consider fun, I have no idea. But I guess they want me to feel like I'm contaminating people's mind with the things I write and that nobody's interested. Yeah, they are. If they have to go to all these lengths to do that to me, then that's fine. They just lost once again.